Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Get ready with me while I share the lessons that I learned while working as a brand strategist for my brand, and also why I've been MIA for the past 3 months. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth Rainh. I have a brand called Elizabeth Rainh, and I happen to be a brand strategist for the project Evolve, which is our new collection. So if you're a new business owner, sit tight. You're probably going to learn a lot of lessons from this, okay? So let's catch up. First lesson is do not make premature announcements. And I would tell you for sure that this is something that I was aware of that is not my style. But I'm like, okay, we're doing a rebrand. It's some sort of marketing strategy to kind of like tell people what to expect or carry them along, which is what I did. I did a short series because a whole lot of people were asking me if, if we're still a brand or whatnot. So I'm like, okay, since we're already a work in progress, there's no issue announcing to them that okay, this is what we're doing and this is what we're about to do. And so I did that, posted different episodes, and that led to a whole lot of disappointments and disasters. First thing was delayed production. Oh my goodness. We had booked a flight to London and booked our tickets to France because the campaign was supposed to be shot in France, right? The package was supposed to come. We switched the dates, it never came. Even on the day we were supposed to leave, it didn't come on that day. It came a day after I left. And I also had to like change my Paris ticket and go to Paris the same day that I left for London. So I landed in London in the morning and went to France later in the evening. Isn't that really crazy? Now, got to France, right? My cousin is the creative director of the brand. So we had to like brainstorm what we wanted to achieve for the campaign and for the photo shoot. We went straight to walking around Paris and trying to see if we could get some inspiration. Went to like athleisure stores and just kind of like hung out. And so he had gotten like models for the brand. Also, I'm not doing anything serious with my face. I just want to look a little bit better than I look right now. So we're not judging. And my plan for this campaign was, I'm not trying to be a part of this shoot. I'm not trying to be a part of this campaign because I wanted it to be something outside of me. Because if you check our Instagram page, it was always me on it. And I wanted the brand to be something completely different from that. I wanted it to be different faces, different body types. Because I've heard my clothes look good on me because I have a good figure. So I didn't want it to be someone with my kind of figure. So a night before the shoot, it was meant to be 3 models. One of the models was sick, had food poisoning, and couldn't make it. Guess who had to fill in? Me. And I'm like, okay, maybe that's one of the disadvantages of being sexy, like having to fill in for a model when there's like a last minute fuck up. You feel me? Not to be cocky or anything. So we had to start looking at another plan because, the initial plan didn't include me. So now we had to look at how I would be a part of the shoot. And so we did that. So Sunday morning, we have a dog in the house called Milo. And for some reason, Milo is super cranky that day. Super duper cranky. And another thing, we had checked the weather. And it just showed that, okay, it's going to be a cloudy day. And we're like, okay, we'll probably make it work. We did our mood board that night. Wrote out the locations we wanted to use in France and everything. So it wasn't going to be anything too stressful. So back to what I was saying. So Milo woke up that morning super cranky. And everyone says if Milo is cranky, he can't go into wherever he is because he's going to want to bite because it was sick. Or she was sick. I don't remember if he's a she or a he. But anyway, Milo went crazy. Milo didn't want to play with anyone in the house. So my cousin, who happens to be the creative director, there was a bit of delay because we needed to sort out Milo before we went to the shoot. We tried sorting out Milo for like, our shoot was for 12. We started with Milo as early as like 9. And I tell you, we didn't get done till like 1. The models and everyone else that were waiting. And eventually we got out the house. We got out the house and realized it was raining. Not cloudy, but raining. And I'm just like, what do we do now? But he's like, okay, we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. So we still headed to the first venue because there were some photos we needed to take by the stairs. And we had our rack. And we also wanted to do like our video campaign shoot on the same day. So we're going all around the streets of Paris with our rack. It's raining. Everyone has bags, heavy bags. We're moving all around. We get to the venue. We all have to change outside. And we did that, and while the girls were changing, the boys were taking their photos. While we're doing the photos and everything, it started to rain more. And our plan was to actually be here for like 2 hours before we go to the next location. But just because of the rain, we were there for like, because we got to the venue itself like, say 1:32. And the plan was to leave there for like 4. But we're there till like 5, right? And when it was like 4:30, it stopped raining. We had a bit of sunlight. And while we're trying to take advantage of the sunlight, the battery of the camera went off. And now my cousin, who is a creative director, it's not like this is his actual job. It just happens to be really talented. And so he just had a camera. It's not like he was a professional camera guy. So he didn't have a spare battery. And so we took a break. We went to eat. After eating, we went to our second venue and we went into the train with our rack, with our bags, with everything. We got to the second venue. By the time we were getting to the second venue, it was dark. And at this point, I was really upset because it felt like I wasted my time coming down and the rain and the camera happening and the model canceling, and it was just like we were going from disappointment to disappointment to disappointment. And then when we got to Rue, our second location was Rue de Rivoli. I was just like, I'm not in control of the poses, I'm not in control of anything. I just told the girls to do whatever they wanted to do, because when we tried control, it didn't work out. They started to freestyle, and trust me, like, the second location happened to be the most fun part of the shoot. Like, everyone was free, people were staring at us. We did a bunch of street photos, we took like videos and everything. And yeah, that's how the shoot in Paris went. So I had to leave back to London because I had booked my flight to Lagos. So there was no way, I think it was even my Lagos flights that actually really fucked it up, because when I was getting my ticket for Virgin, I didn't realize the kind of ticket that I got. And so that's the one that wasn't like changeable, and that's the reason why we still had to stick to doing everything like back to back to back, because if Lagos was changeable, I would have moved everything to like April. And so now, off to Lagos. From dealing with the disappointments of my clothes not arriving before my trip, the only good part was I had a piece of everything from the collection, and that's what we shot with in France. So I told you the package eventually came a day after I left for London. They had to ship my products from America down to Lagos again, which was double spending. If I tell you this whole thing, it felt like I was going in circles, and I almost lost my mind at some point. I was like, God, do you have a hand in this? The plan was for us to launch Evolve in March, and you know, this is April, you know, I'm getting to Lagos, and there's no green lights, you know, my products, everything is still there. My brother's having a really stressful time, unable to go help me drop off the package. My strategy this time was, okay, I'm gonna go to gyms myself, put on my clothes, approach them and see if they're gonna be able to retail my brand. And so I couldn't even start working out because I didn't have my gym clothes in Lagos, because everything I wanted to wear was something from the new collection. So I was home for like first 2 weeks. It stressed me, bro. I almost lost my shit, but I was just using that time to just relax, rest from the whole stress of being in Lagos. And now I had my mom's car, so I was like driving around, so I was just really chilled at home. I would say that my best part about the trip was having a car, because it was very easy for me to say, okay, I want to do this, and then I'll do it. I didn't have to think about Uber. I just had to get used to the driving. That's it. That was the only thing. And that wasn't like a thing because I knew how to drive. It was just having to like adjust to the madness of the drivers in Lagos. That was all. That was the only challenging part. And eventually I did. I'd say my first few days there felt a little bit like stressful, in all honesty. But I did say a prayer to God. I said, God, I've sacrificed a lot coming down here. I've spent a lot of money. This is my time, and I'm trying to build this brand. And so I don't want to take the wrong steps in Lagos. I want every step I take to be aligned. I don't want to feel like I'm still going in circles. In all honesty, I would say God heard my cry. My journey in Lagos was very easy. It felt very ordained. It felt very simple. I didn't have to like run after things. And also made me remind myself about my winning style. So I kind of reminded myself about that winning style. That made me relax a little bit. That made me have more confidence. And my coincidences, my missteps, everything led to something beneficial for me. And so we did that. So now my cousin's like, okay, my cousin in France, my creative director, Lecon, is awesome, by the way. he still insists we do, or we still insist that we still have to do a campaign, because we already did our photo shoot. Everything else was set. I'd already done the website. I reached out to my friends that did packaging, about packaging. For the most part, everything was set, but the campaign video. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's do this. I wanted to launch Evolve in March. We didn't launch Evolve in April. I announced that we're going to launch Evolve in May. We did not launch Evolve till June 1st. And it's because of a lot of spontaneous disappointments. And in all honesty, I've just come to realize that God's time is the best with everything. And when we're getting to the end of the collection, the production, I stopped being bothered. I stopped being worried. I was just okay with the pace. I wasn't like forcing anything, because it was moments where I was forcing the dates, forcing a deadline that if it didn't work out, it would impact me. But like when I set it free, everything started to fall in place. We did launch our collection. We made the video. The video was beautiful. Lekon came up with a beautiful idea, and it was shot in France. It was shot in the places that we wanted, and we still got like photos and everything from it. So lessons: don't do any pre-announcement. There's no such thing as a perfect plan. You need to learn how to improvise. And number 3, I'd say stop being in control. It's okay to have a vision, but like, if it's not going your way, it still falls down to improvising, honestly. You just have to know how to let go. You have to learn how to be a leader. You'll be forced to make certain decisions that... I'm a quitter, right? I know how to quit on things, but I knew I had to see this project through, especially because it's like my first role as a brand strategist, and the first brand I was definitely working with was my brand, just to kind of show everyone what I was capable of doing, from the websites to the packaging to us doing the photo shooting. So yeah, it was really challenging, but it was a very beautiful experience. It was full of a lot of knowledge for me and the team as well. Every single person went out of their way to make this happen. Every single person involved in Project Evolve, they shot under the rain with a smile. People that did not know me personally, like, they wore my clothes with a smile on their face while it was raining, and in the cold, they were shivering and they were still smiling and taking the photos. And even the model that shot for the campaign, she was sick on the day of that campaign, and she still did a good job. And the model that is on my website with me as well, she was cramping on that day. She had crazy cramps, and she smiled throughout the whole photo shoot. So I'm gonna give thanks to God for bringing the most beautiful team to me, because it was a project I definitely started. I don't know, I'm teary. I didn't think there would be a team. I didn't think it would be a team, but God just like sent people that were happy to be there, to be a part of it. And I'm just so grateful, because Evolve is just the beginning of the brand. It's just the beginning of my role as a brand strategist. And I'm very excited for many more projects. I've met amazing people on the journey. But yeah, that's how it went. Now I can I can't wipe my tears after doing the makeup. But yeah, it was just a beautiful experience. And so after that, I went back to London. Also, are we feeling my braids? Like, this is the best hairstyle for this weather. I kid you not. It's been in a bun. I might still put it back in a bun. But yeah. Just a break in transmission before we continue our gist. I might change the style. Oh, how we looking? How we looking? It's rough though. It's almost a month old. And how did I do with my makeup? Because I'm a beginner as well, so no judgment. Okay? We're not judging me. We're not taking it out on me. I'm a learner, but I think I've improved. I go to London and I'm like, I'm due for a vacation, because trust me, I've made so many sacrifices. I haven't gone on an actual vacation in like 2 years, just because Elizabeth Rainh is what I do full time now, and I just want God to bless me enough to the point where I make so much sales and I'm still comfortable enough to go on as many trips as possible and like shoot different campaigns in different places and like serve you guys, you know, have like a lot of demand. I've actually been manifesting going to Dubai for quite some time now. I actually go to Dubai eventually for like 4 days. I have an amazing time in Dubai. It was beautiful. Though everyone said I came at the wrong time, but that was the perfect way to just end the stressful 6 months of Evolve. Because we started working on Evolve since December and we didn't launch till June 1st. So I just felt like God compensated me for all my wahala. all my stress, all my work with that Dubai trip, and it was amazing. Like, it was everything I needed. I relaxed, went to the spa, went to the beach, went to beautiful restaurants, did everything I wanted to do, wore beautiful dresses. I'm sure you've seen my shorts. I posted some cute ASOS dresses. And yeah, this is where we are. My website is live. Patronize me. Share the links to your friends. The only thing that might be a problem is it's just the pre-order. And that's because I invested my all in products the first time. It never got sales. I'm in debt. I won't lie. I have a lot of debts I need to sort out. So it's pre-order. My quality is like the Gymsharks. It's like the Lululemons, okay? So go on my website right now, www.elizabethrainh.com, to make a purchase. And our base right now is also Nigeria, and that's because Trump is doing his 30% tariffs right now. So if you have family in Nigeria, you can actually pick up your products almost immediately. But if I'm shipping to you, it might take some time. Thank you guys for watching my summary, and I hope you learned a few lessons. If you're a new business owner, take your time, breathe, take breaks. Everything will work out. We're a work in progress, and we'll always be back here to give our testimony, okay? So see you guys, and thank you for watching. Mwah.